Welcome to Ideal Ego Pokemon, Rekka here, and I'll be showing off once again more Great League battles in the one and only Season 7. But before I head to the team introduction, as usual, I'd like to show some of my progress as well earlier this year. So I was able to encounter my first shiny Cyndaquil during the Johto event, Throwback, and I've collected enough candies as well for it to be fully evolved into Typhlosion. So this only means that I wasn't able to attend the previous Cyndaquil Community Day because of other activities, but yes, that was 3 more Pokemon for me as a shiny, and the Pokédex also tracks said progress. And speaking of the Pokédex, I have also added 2 more entries because of the rewards from the Victini quest. Well, one of the rewards there, it was LGM, and finally I've earned enough candies to evolve it. Also, getting some help from rare candies, of course. And this went the same for my Rufflet that I've got as an encounter reward from Go Battle League Season 4 last October 31st. And I've also allocated some rare candies for it to reach 50 candies and evolve. Therefore, Bravery is now in the Pokédex. So, do I recommend this for Ultra League? Well, I'm going with yes because I think it's a really tough Pokemon. So anyway, I now head into the team introduction. I'll only be using this team, which has 2 new Pokemon to be featured, and they are Politoed and Clefable. So Clefable is a pure Fairy type Pokemon with Psychic as a charge move, while Politoed has access to Weather Ball due to it having the Drizzle ability in the main series games. Again, there's still a secondary move option there, but I have to earn more Stardust by battling and sharing videos as much as I could during this time. For the last Pokemon, it will be shown later because it has been featured already in a previous video. So without further ado, let's head into the battles. Okay, first up, I was paired with Kronos 222016, and he leads the fight with Obstagoon, so I responded immediately with Clefable because that Charm attack deals more damage than usual against Dark-type Pokemon, but then he decides to send out my Lotic, which I'd say is an impressive choice. But anyway, my first shield will come into play, and then charging to that Psychic without delay, and yes, I expected the attack to go through, and now out comes a Meganium, and surprisingly he decided to throw energy here in the form of Petal Blizzard, which is not Frenzy Plant, so he might have missed the Community Day for Chikorita before. But anywho, Umbreon and also Shiny now comes out, which is my 3rd battler choice for the video. Also now, Clefable deserves a good rest after she fought hard, and I'm thinking that this foul play will be shielded. Okay, yes, but shortly after, Obstagoon comes back after sitting at the bench, and then luckily gets that boost from the Night Slash, but I surprisingly got a shield there after another foul play. Now let's see if Politoed can charge to a Weather Ball here. Okay, good, I take it out, and now Umbreon has to go finish the fight with that one and only foul play. Good game, I'll say to my opponent as I take the win there. Okay, going on for the next. I was paired with KKS 251716, and he begins this fight with his shiny Altaria. Not looking great for my Politoed, so I switch into Clefable, but he too switches into Skarmory, and that's, well, an interesting combo as both of those Pokemon can attack from the sky and both having all the coverage from Grass type moves. But now I think I'm in a losing state already because Umbreon cannot battle reliably Altaria, and I've used up both of my shields here because all Pokemon in my team take neutral damage anyway from flying types, which is Sky Attack. And so after Clefable met its match, I went back with Politoed to farm down here with Bubble, and I was able to, but Altaria can still do enough damage to take out Politoed as well. So in this battle I got off to a bad start, and I was still countered at the last matchup because my opponent ran a Toxicroak, which is very unfavorable for my dark type Pokemon choice, which is Umbreon. So that's another good game there to my opponent as he played this out well. Alright, moving on to the next battle. I was paired with Raphael, MB23, and he starts off the fight with Galvantula, which is another bad lead for me yet again, and after the switch I was met with a Steel type, which is none other than Galarian Stunfisk. And so just sneaking this here, my rank in the battle now is at 12, and the stat featured in this video will be the last before the Ultra League period. And then the next video will show Ultra League, and we'll start off with my rank 15 and 16 battles. Okay, now that other things are mentioned, the battle continues with Politoed coming back to be only able to take out the Galarian Stunfisk, and the rest of my team now gets vanquished by his Galvantula because of the type advantage, because the discharge charge move that charges up quicker than Thunderbolt, Galvantula can learn it, and the lunge attack, which is bug type and is also a guaranteed attack lowering effect. And going for his last Pokemon was Alolan Marowak, so it's fire type, but I was able to charge to a Weather Ball, but obviously it lacked the finishing power to take it out because of Marowak's having that still having that good defensive stats. So I didn't take the win there, and that's a good game to my opponent. Okay, moving on to the fourth battle, and I said earlier that I won't be changing teams, and now I'm paired with Ceres45, and he brings out a Hypno, and then brings out a Talonflame as a response, because I swapped as well into Umbreon. So I charge up here as usual for not one but two foul plays, but I know already that the first charge attack there is Flame Charge, and if it gets to the next one, I anticipate Brave Bird, so I shielded that with utmost certainty. And then I proceeded to farm down, but I was met with another Umbreon, so that's some rivalry there. But this beautiful thing happened here called lag, and man, that was some dose of bad luck. So whatever happens now, it's all losing for me, because in the end Clefable almost took down Hypno, but gets hit by a Thunder Punch and I lost. But earlier, during that lag interruption, I got hit by two Dark Pulses, and then taking account earlier, the opponent decided to shield just one Weather Ball, but he could have still shielded both, so that it would still be Hypno and his Umbreon against my Clefable, which will totally overwhelm my team. So I guess even with this lag I would still be in a bad position, but yes, I guess that kind of thing really happens to anyone. So yes, so I was in a bad position and I lost this battle. Now moving on to the final battle. So As you may know, I might actually show a win, but sadly I wasn't able to win this last battle again. But on the bright side, losing can still bring about learning experience. So now, fate brought me to battle trainer Bebetissimo, and he chose Azumarill in the lead. So this is a pretty fair matchup, because we were hitting each other with resisted water type attacks, but I did use one shield there, while he kept letting my weather ball attacks go through. But after the switch, he did use that one shield for his next Pokemon, which is Bastiodon, which some of you may know is a very relevant choice in this league or meta. So if faced against Umbreon, it was another fair and intense battle, because both Pokemon have their high defensive stats. But sadly it takes me out because of that extra energy it gained from taking out Politoed earlier. So now his last Pokemon will be revealed, and is a Deoxys Defense. So if some of you may know, this is a top meta Pokemon because it is only obtainable in EX raids, and of course it's a very strong Pokemon here. And then of course it all comes down to my Glafable, and she could never take down such a thing, even if Charm doesn't get resisted, and he also kept that last shield, so even if I land the charge attack, will do nothing. And my charge attack is Psychic, so Deoxys is a Psychic type, it will massively resist it. So as always, good game right there to my opponent, and it was a bad loss, but it's what I expected from facing a top meta Great League lineup. So if you like this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more battles and discussion videos. Thank you guys, and good luck if you're battling as well.